Hey there everybody, this is TJR. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. If not, welcome back. Hanging out here with Superfan.
Hey.
And also, of course, the little green guy. And this arrived.
Yay.
Yay! This, we should tell them what it is first though, before they choose to cheer or not. This is the half-speed master of David Bowie's Aladdin Sane. And I was so impressed with the one that they did of Ziggy Stardust last year. I was so impressed with just the quality of it, how good it sounded. It completely blew my CD version away. I decided when I saw this available for pre-order, I wouldn't wait. I was gonna pre-order it. And so it finally arrived, and we're gonna take a little look at it. This is kind of a weird package box, I think, the way it's made. But
Well, extra cushiony.
yeah, it certainly probably provides good protection, but it, unlike other packaging I've seen for records, it doesn't have like any, like tear here area that makes it easy to open. But this is not that hard. But you kind of got to rip it open. Oh, and actually, I see what they're doing here. Check this out. We're just going to tear this, because what they've done is box within a box, which I think is good. Here it is. This is more the package I'm talking about, where you've got the little tear. Let's just put that aside here, and we will open this up here. There we go. All right, and here it is. David Bowie, Aladdin Sane.
Yay.
And 50th anniversary half-speed master. This record was cut on a fully customized late Newman VMS 80, or maybe you say 80, lathe with fully recapped electronics from 192 megahertz restored masters of the original Trident Studios master tapes with no additional processing on transfer. There it is. Some people have said in the comments that they think that half-speed masterings are just snake oil, an excuse to get you to buy it. I've heard only a few half-speed masterings where I was like, okay, that wasn't that impressive. Very few. But the majority of the ones that I have heard, I have been extremely impressed with. I thought they sounded really, really good. And so overall, I'm, for the most part, pretty pleased with the ones that I've heard. And of course, I was very pleased with this David Bowie one. So I'm hoping this one will be just as good. And let me go ahead and get this opened up here. We'll take a look inside. Here we go. This one was tough. Now, just like the Ziggy Stardust one, this does have an Obi strip on it here. There we go. Right here on the front. I kind of like, just like the Ziggy Stardust one, I kind of like how it just fits in with the cover. It doesn't obstruct the artwork because it reproduces the part that it's covering up. See what I mean? Rather like that. Let's go ahead here, set that aside. And of course, this album has some songs that got a lot of radio airplay back in the day. Panic in Detroit, The Gene Genie. Here's the gatefold right here. And let's pull this out here. Ooh, yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
And this, of course, good quality cardboard, heavy stock sleeve here. Let's pull this out here. Not on colored vinyl, by the way, in case you were wondering, just standard black vinyl. There we go. And this says Bowie on it, the record label right there. I like how that was done. And so yeah, pretty nice looking. We will give this a spin, see what it sounds like and let you all know in just a moment. Okay, we're back. And yes, we've had a costume change. That's because it's a different day. I definitely wanted to hear this
Don't
one.
give away all our secrets.
I definitely wanted to give this, a couple days of listening before I reacted to it. I didn't want to react just on a first listen. And the first thing I will say about it is that unlike, say, the predecessor to this album, Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, I am really not familiar with this album at all. Ziggy Stardust, very familiar with. And this album fills a blank hole in my Bowie, catalog, as I know it. And I would also point to other half-speed masterings I've bought for like the Rolling Stones, The Who, Kiss, Paul McCartney, where I knew the albums already. And so they all came with this moment of, wow, I've never heard the album sound like this before. With this album, I didn't have anything to really compare it to. So
Well, you still said, wow, I've never heard the album like this before.
no, I didn't say that.
But you did because you never heard the album.
Oh, very funny.
Oh.
Oh, you little smartass. But I couldn't have that moment at first because I didn't really know this album until, of course, the song Panic in Detroit. And that was where I thought, okay, yeah, now I have something to compare it to. Panic in Detroit, of course, heard on the radio, of course, but I have it on the Sound and Vision compilation CD, which I've had for quite some time now. That's been my copy of that song. So I was kind of able to make my comparison there. And definitely, yeah, I had that moment where I thought, wow, I've never heard it sound this detailed before, this alive. Unlike, say, Ziggy Stardust, this is a much more stripped down album from a production approach. It is much more raw, much more, I think just raw rock and roll than Ziggy Stardust. Although there is a song on side 2 called Time that is very Tin Pan Alley sounding, very much out of character with the rest of it in that respect. But even that one, very stripped down. One thing I really liked about this album was the piano playing on it. There's some really trippy piano. There's one segment where the piano is just taking this instrumental section of the album, and it is just so trippy and bizarre sounding. It almost feels like the piano is one recording and the song is another recording. I know it wasn't, but it almost feels that way because it feels like it shouldn't work, but it does. And it's just really wild and trippy. Really like that part a lot. Yeah, but, at this point, I would say I kind of like Ziggy Stardust better, but I'm still kind of growing with this album. But I do like it. Yeah, definitely. I definitely don't not like it or dislike it, I should say. I also knew the Gene Genie, of course. That was another song. But Panic in Detroit, that sealed the deal for me right there as far as that aspect of it is. I have no previous CD copy of this to compare it to. But also, I would say it was a very quiet vinyl. And like I said, half-speed mastering, very affordably priced. Sometimes they charge more for these things, but this, very affordably priced in my opinion. And if they do more in this series, I'm definitely going to want to pick them up. And like I said, Bowie's got a huge catalog, and I haven't heard everything. And I do want to start filling in some of the gaps of the catalog that I don't have. And of course, if they release more of these for the albums I already currently own, I definitely want to take advantage of them. So yeah, very pleased with this. I bought this on faith because the Ziggy Stardust one sounded so amazing to me.
Well,
And I
if
just
there's
figured,
an artist to do that with, it's Bowie.
I definitely agree. I don't think they've done one for low, but or no, not low. I meant station to station. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. I don't know if they've done one of these for station to station yet. But if they haven't, If they haven't, I definitely want to get it when they do. At any rate, though, yeah, I was very pleased with this one. Definitely worth the time. And like I said, it's been fun finally experiencing this album. I'm going to be listening many more times in the future because, like I said, it's still growing on me. But those are my thoughts. Let me know yours. Did you pick this up? What did you think? And as always, if you like these videos, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so you never miss a video. And if you'd like to have access to exclusive weekly videos not available here on the channel, go to patreon.com/TJR the original, become a patron supporter. Thank you, patron supporters, for all that you do. We appreciate you very much.
You are fierce and mighty.
And if you can't do that, I understand. You can always just, if you'd like to help us grow the channel, leave the lights on, keep the lights on around here, give us a one-time, super thanks. You can do that. Or if you can't do that, just hit like and share these videos with anyone you think might be interested. And thanks so much for stopping by and watching the video. I really appreciate it a lot that you take the time just to hang out with the two of us, or I guess the three of us, I should say. Sorry, little guy. Didn't mean to ignore you.
He's used to it.
Yeah, he's used to it by now. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.